Welcome back to the LEGO Harry Potter Years 1 through 4 100% walkthrough on the PlayStation 3. This is part 66, and in this part we are going to explore the Gryffindor Common Room, and then we're also going to explore the Hufflepuff Common Room. And the Hufflepuff Common Room we haven't been in at all, but why would we? We haven't even seen the outside part of the Common Room, so that is going to be very interesting. But we have been inside the Gryffindor Common Room and also in the boys' dormitory. But we're just going to... we haven't really gotten the special things that are to get inside here. So we have to come inside here anyways to try and get that. Because we have to get everything special that is at Hogwarts, of course we do. So we got some stuff to do in this part. Because as you can see, this video is over 18 minutes long, so I think it is, so it's very long, so yeah, it's going to be quite interesting to see stuff like that. There's just a few random stuff around here. There's a chessboard. It's nice because you read in the books when they're in the class, when they're in the common room, the Gryffindor Common Room, they actually play chess together. You don't have to play the chess yourself, but it's just going to move like that. And then you're going to win, basically. Like that. And you can't do anything other special with it. There's a character stud over here, which is the Gryffindor boy. I believe we're going to get the Gryffindor girl as well. Because, of course, we would get the Gryffindor girl and boy in the Gryffindor Common Room. Where else would we get them? None. But there's a student peril here. You just have to get the boy to be eaten by the sofa, and then you cast a spell at the boy when he comes out, and then you will get the student peril. And sorry about the background noise there, because we have a coffee machine that makes a lot of noise, so sorry about that. But that's the student in peril right there, which is really great to have. And the coffee machine keeps making noise. But yeah, there's not much down here right now. There's only a character stud and a student pearl, and that's basically everything. I believe that's everything. Yeah, I think it is. So we're just going to go up to the boys' dormitory. Inside here in the suitcase is Ron Hogwarts. It's basically Ron's bed over here, I think. And Harry's is the one to the left, I believe. Right at the top there. At the top right, I think it is. I believe so. Or it might be this one. I don't know. Or it might be the other one. I don't really know. We have to cast spells at all of the beds. And you will get a gold brick. So we are going to get that. Right there. What gold brick is this? It's the 144th out of 200 gold bricks, which is great. There's some studs there which we need to get. And there we're going to move this pot. And inside this pot is the red brick. So take the red brick and bring it over to Hedwig right here. She will take it to Isla's Owl Emporium, and this red brick is full rescue. I believe it's that when you like fall off a cliff, or you fall like into the abyss or something, where you will basically die, you won't die, you will just be transported up again. I think that's it. Yeah, I think it is. But there's some pieces right here, some Lego bricks. We're going to put it together, and it actually makes a clock, which is for the time turner. So we don't, the Gryffindor Common Room isn't that short to explore. We actually have time turner to go back in time as well to get some stuff there. So that's what we're doing right now. This is actually the first time we've done time turner. You just get these clocks and you have to be Hermione and use the time turner on them, and you will turn back time like that, which is really fun to have in this game. I was quite excited actually when I played this game for the first time and I saw that there was time turner things, which is just amazing, I think, because you don't really interact with the time turner in any other of the games. Inside this suitcase is Dean Thomas. I guess that's his bed. I think it is. There's a boy here, so we're just going to put on the alarm. It's going to smash him. And yeah. And you can actually go down there as well and get a gold brick. That is the 145th gold brick out of 200. It's a lot more gold bricks to get. So this suitcase is Seamus Finnegan, or Seamus Finnegan, or something like that. You can cast spells at the bed to make, like the beds are blue for some reason, so just going to cast spells at them and make them red, because this is the Gryffindor Common Room, and of course they have to be red. Yeah, you can put the fireworks or the TNT inside of the fireplace and you will just get some studs, and that's everything. I believe that's everything in the Gryffindor, the boys' dormitory. So just going to go down to the common room right here. There are a few things to get, so we're just going to get those. There's a boy here just jumping on the sofa. So I believe we're just going to cast a spell. But here's a radio as well. And here's a strange plant, right? There comes out 3 of these flowers, and when you hit them, you just get studs. And I tried to do it quite a lot of times to see if you get anything if you get anything special. But you don't. So yeah, you don't get anything special from it. So just don't keep casting at it, because you won't get anything other than studs. So it's not really something you should do, because it would take a lot of time. I don't think you get a student power from this. I don't think you do, actually. Might be wrong, but no, I wasn't. You don't get anything from it. I mean, a student power. You get in this common room, you get 3 of these lights, and there's just 3 of them. I can't find any other, and that's a painting over there, the portrait with 3 sleeping wizards. Here's the chess piece again, which you can do again, but this time it's just they just shoot away the white pieces, so you're not doing anything, which is a bit strange. And here's on the notice board, there are pictures of Hermione, Ron, and Harry. So just going to draw on them. That Harry picture actually is the same picture from Prisoner of Azkaban, when Draco shows Harry a drawing that is made of him in the Defense Against the Dark Arts, when Snape had them when they were learning about werewolves. So yeah, that is a little bit interesting, actually. Just going to lift up that light as well, which is the 3rd one. There's not any more. The same wizard is just over there, and he doesn't have his pants now either. So before we go, we're just going to check another time if there's anything I might have forgotten. Doesn't seem that there is, though. So I'm just going to go out of the Gryffindor Common Room, I believe. Yeah, I am. And you get out of the time turner thing as well. So loading screen, and we're getting out of here. And yeah, what we're going to do now is that we're going to explore the Hufflepuff Common Room. The Hufflepuff Common Room is just to the right of the Gryffindor one, right over here, but to get inside we do need to have a Hufflepuff. So we're going to change Hagrid into, I believe, Cedric, I think it is. We haven't played as Cedric yet, except for in the levels. We're turning him into Cedric May's task. There we go. Just going to go over here and use Immobilis on this pixie, not the students. And the pixie is going to drop this thing that is going to fit on the door. I'm going to use it to turn it and open it as well. And we can go inside. And here we are after a cut because my HPVR decided to stop recording. So that was a little bit annoying. But now we're inside here. This is kind of the outside place of the Hufflepuff Common Room. It's the same thing with the Slytherin one and the Ravenclaw one, but Gryffindor doesn't have one, I guess. It doesn't really matter though. There's a mandrake just here. We're just going to pick it up and we're going to use the screams to destroy these the glass with the flowers inside. We're going to do that with 3 of them. This is the second one. The third one is located right over here. Here it is. And from all 3 of them we get a character stud, which is Neville Longbottom. And now that we're done with that mandrake, we just put it into the pot. Actually, later in the game you get a red brick. And you actually get a student pearl for that as well, which is great. You get a red brick, which is a red brick that can make the mandrake sing instead of screaming, which is actually quite funny. And we will buy that because we are going to buy everything. Here I'm just checking what I've got. As you can see, I got quite a lot. But there's still quite a lot of stuff to get at Exploring Hogwarts because we haven't even gone outside. Which I actually believe we will do in the... Maybe, just maybe in the next part. Maybe. I think we will actually. But we will see. We're just going to use Cedric to open up this painting, which is painting that is guarding the Hufflepuff Common Room. So, come on. Here we are inside of the Hufflepuff Common Room. This is actually one of my favorite common rooms, but it's not my favorite. It's my second favorite. My favorite is actually the Ravenclaw one. But even though, or maybe actually, there are things I like about this one that I like. Like I like that how it looks better in this common room. But what I like the most about the Ravenclaw one is that it's made of wood, everything, and it's a lot of books. But I guess you can say the Hufflepuff one and the Ravenclaw one is tied at number 1 with me. And there are quite a lot of stuff to get inside of here as well. So we do have quite a lot of stuff to get. The candle piece will just open up here under this area where there's a mandrake, which we will go to eventually. Just getting a few studs of these plants as well, which we of course have to get. Just going to go over here and see what we get. Just more studs from these plants. And of course there's this wardrobe where you can put on earmuffs, because you need the earmuffs because there's a mandrake here. You need earmuffs when you're doing the mandrakes. There's a portrait over here. I'm just going to cast a spell at it, and it's going to throw out the cake. I'm going to use Reducto to fire it, and it's going to explode. And from that we will get a character stud, which is the Fat Friar, which is also the house ghost of Hufflepuff. If you don't know, the house ghost for each house is Hufflepuff, the Fat Friar, Gryffindor, Nearly Headless Nick, Ravenclaw is the Grey Lady, and Slytherin is the Bloody Baron. I bet all of you actually knew that, but some of you, it might be that some of you don't know, I'm telling you, but this is a fact that everybody pretty much knows. Well, everybody that I know of knows. I know what the chairs are doing, or the armchairs are doing with the sofa. That looks a bit strange. Just going to cast them away. And here comes a student which is jumping on the sofa. It was quite annoying because I thought that you actually could get a student pearl from it, but you don't, I think. So, but the student wouldn't stop jumping, which was quite a glitch. So I just had to try and get the student to stop jumping. But what I decided to do was to cast a spell at the student. Or you didn't get any student pearl from it though. Which is quite sad, but that's okay. Because there are other things to get as well. There's a plant here. Just going to cast some spells at it to destroy it. And out comes a student pearl. That is the student pearl from this Hufflepuff Common Room. Student pearl. I don't know how many students in pearl we have now, but I think we're getting close to 40. I must believe that. I think it is. Just putting we're just picking up the mandrake now. And you have to put the mandrake into the pot to be able to enter the boys' dormitory in the Hufflepuff Common Room. So we're just going to put it into the pot right here. The door there will open. And the door pretty much reminds me of the doors that are in Hobbiton and the Hobbit and Lord of the Rings. They look pretty much the same though, but not as tall. I bet that's where they got the inspiration, but enough of that. Just going to, from that radio that we put together, you will get Hufflepuff Girl, which is, of course, a character stud. Yeah, what else? There's more stuff to get inside the boys' dormitory, which we, of course, have to get as well. Just looking around. Quite the amount of studs to get, as always. And the beds at the boys' dormitory is yellow. Have any of you guys played the Chamber of Secrets on the PlayStation 2, where the Hufflepuff has purple robes instead of yellow? That is quite strange actually, but they are supposed to have yellow robes, in case any of you are wondering which of the colors are the exact and right color. Here you pretty much have to use Reducto to destroy every flower that is on this plant, and from that you will get a red brick. But firstly, before you get it, you have to destroy them. And yeah, there we get the red brick. So we're just going to pick it up and give it to Hedwig, which will give it to fly to Isla's Hell Emporium. This red brick is Christmas, which will give every character kind of like a Christmas hat, and I think that's basically it from what you get from it. That's everything in the Hufflepuff Common Room actually. There's nothing more to explore. So in the next part we will basically go to the Ravenclaw Common Room, and maybe we will go outside as well. So hopefully you will join me in the next part. Part 67. I believe it is part 67. So I'll see you then, guys. Bye bye.